terms of confidence tonight, I think the Lakers are a team that matches up naturally well against Phoenix, provided LeBron brings it. So that is my level of confidence is totally tied to LeBron's level of oomph. And so last time Lakers played them, one of the worst games I think LeBron's played as a Laker, barely cracked the 10-point mark. He was supposedly under the weather that night, but not a very good game. I thought they executed a really good game plan against our ISOs and post ups. And LeBron especially had difficulty sort of winning his one-on-one matchup. So my level of confidence again is tied to, can LeBron beat your Royce O'Neals, your Ryan Dunns in one-on-ones as a scorer? And if LeBron looks to be a scorer in tonight's game, we should be all right. But last night, the last time these two played, it was a fairly low-scoring game, and down the stretch, there were a lot of possessions where it was like Gabe on KD, and we just didn't have anybody for KD, and so yeah, confident is probably too strong of a word, especially at Phoenix, but I do think the Lakers have a natural matchup advantage over them. Sanjay agreed about looking for Dalton more. That is part of my bigger argument about the Lakers is that everybody's so keyed up on the paint against us that there are opportunities if you run stuff for the purpose of getting a jump shot, which we're a team that I think does that less than a lot of other teams do. And I love the idea of being a paint attack team first, and I always think that's what we should be. But I do think that a certain amount of counter gravity and using what they're doing against them, there are shots available. And Dalton is really the best guy on the team at shooting jumpers, period, but shooting them on the move and kind of attacking that way. So remember, this is the team that he had the big preseason blow up against. So I do think there is an opportunity tonight for Dalton to get off a bit, and then D'Lo also. I think that if D'Lo can snap out of this out of his slump, I think this is a team that he can do that against, and I think he'll be important tonight. There have been a couple games the Lakers have won against Phoenix over the last couple of years where D'Lo was an important character. Both KD and Beal are on minutes restrictions. Goat, good question about a point where only one of Dalton or AR can feasibly start. I do think that's very possible. Yes. All right. Let's have a good game here. About to tip off on Spectrum. I will pause it for the sake of getting us caught up or getting us synced up. All right, bright orange court for the NBA Cup. Just had a tip off. And they're about to put the score bug up and just do, all right, going to pause it at 11:48. So I'm going to wait about 30 seconds here. JD, good to see you. All right, going to go about 10 seconds from here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And away we go. 11:47, 46, 45. Skip pass, weak side. Beal's going to attack that. Good deal by LeBron. Close out by Cam. Little too late. KD hits the first three in his first game back. Suns up 3-0. 11:32, 31, 30, 29. We're trying to sync. All right. Hands off over to Rui, up top to AD. Let's see what they got drawn up. Something for Austin. Over to AD. Going to clear out a side into a handoff with LeBron. Going to try to get some two-man game. They switch that at the end. Very slow developing play. We're 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Tough step back for AD. Knocks it down. Nice shot. I don't like those plays that take 15, 16 seconds to get into them, but Lakers get a bucket out of that. 11 minutes left. Jones with the ball skips over to Nurkic. Into the post. KD guarded by Rui. Low in his stance. Cam shading just a step away. Skips it over to Beal. Closes out AD, misses that long, but Nurkic gets the rebound. KD swing, Jones, or Book top of the key, misses that three short. AD with the rebound, 10:40 left. Good advanced pass over to LeBron, takes the quick three, rattles it, in and out and back in again. Lakers take the lead 5-3. 10:32 left. Friendly rim right there. Cam over the top on Book, gonna get that pick and pop three, missed that. Rui with the rebound over to LeBron, 10:20 left. Phoenix back in transition, deep three. Okay, Bron. Ooh, misses that hard off the glass. Jones with the ball. Over to KD, guarded by Rui on the perimeter. Lakers are going to switch that, put AD on KD. Rui's going to stay on that side in that strong side zone, as is AD. Good flash cut middle over to Nurk. Misses that floater, though, across his body. AD with the rebound, comes out of the backcourt. 9:52 left. Dribble in. Nurkic poking at it. Going to get a step-up screen from Cam. AD going to get downhill, uses an inside-out dribble, fade away. Another nice midi. Nice start on his jump shot. Lakers up 7-3. Beal with it. Lakers switching that. Good energy from this group so far. Jones, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Switch right there, looking for KD in the post against Austin. Finally get it to him. 5 on the shot clock along the baseline. AD with the late help. Beal racks. Austin there, good defense. Really good team defense right there. LeBron just, where are you throwing that? LeBron's complaining to the ref, but the ball got thrown right off of the guy's leg. I don't know why he wants to kick ball there. Open corner three. What was LeBron looking at? Did I miss something? Did you guys see what he was? All right, 7-6. Lakers up, 8:47. Two-man game up top. LeBron over to Rui. 6 on the shot clock. Kind of a clunky possession. Rui trying to make something of it. Pull-up jumper. Knocks it down. Got a clean look right at the end of there. Good jump shooting on their middies so far for the Lakers. Pick and pop three for Nurkic. Whoa, misses that long. Barely hits rim. Outlet. AD, what a catch. Nothing doing, though. Hands off to Cam. Good pocket pass to AD. Dumps it off along the baseline. Rui is out of bounds. Don't cut along the baseline and step out of bounds. Good team defense by the Lakers so far. Let's see if they can keep it up. Really switching as well as they have in a minute. Oh, they get into the pocket there. That's too easy. So they inverted that right there. Put Tyus Jones in the dunker spot. Lakers were a little flummoxed. 1 point lead. Double drag screen. Austin comes off of it. Gets downhill. Lays it up. That's as much of a pass as it is a shot. I know it'll go down as a shot attempt right there, but he drew Nurkic and just threw it off of that backboard. 3-point game. 7:45 left. Cam on Book goes over the top of that into Nurkic in the pocket. Good hands by Rui. Going to keep it here. Yeah, just get it on the glass. When you draw two like that, easy money. All right. Ball inbounded. Lakers up 11-8. KD dancing with AD. Pulls up. Master. Great mid-range shooting so far. 7:21 left, or 27 left, excuse me. LeBron with it. Speaking of mid-range shooting, knocks down another, 13-10. Book with it against Austin. Comes over the top of the screen. Stops at the free throw line. That's a decision zone. Kick out to Beal. Made the right decision. Ties it up at 13. Seven minutes left. Austin with it coming out of the backcourt. Game is tied. Looking for LeBron on the horn. So that's way too lazy on both the entry pass and the seal. Going to get our first dead ball under 7 minutes, which is a TV timeout. But those are the types of, where can the Lakers be better? How can they be better? Yes, there's trades and there's all sorts of other things, but simple stuff like don't walk, actually make a serious post-entry pass. Yeah, it's just a level of unseriousness. I didn't check on the sync. Or how are we doing on the sync? Should I move Ahead, behind? Any thoughts? All right, cool, cool. Okay, getting the mixed messages. I think I'm going to stay. Yeah, homie, I love that question about the decision zone. So there are three zones. There's the attack zone, the decision zone, and the finishing zone. I get these concepts from how read and react offense is taught. And so the attack zone is out beyond the 3 point line, usually starts like 4 or 5 feet behind it because you kind of want to get a head of steam. The finishing zone is around the basket, as you might expect. The decision zone is the place in between that is, imagine if the free throw line went all the way around the court, so about 15 feet away from the hoop. And so what that is, it's where you will teach guards in when they're dribble penetrating. This is the point where you need to make the decision. Am I going to pull up and shoot here? Am I going to continue all the way to the basket to try to get a layup? Or am I going to pass the ball? Because your passing angles, once you get beyond that free throw line into the paint, become a lot more difficult. And so if you're trying to pass in that decision zone, if you haven't, like, if you don't go up to rack it to actually take the shot, you are begging for a turnover. And a lot of times you see Max get this turnover. Austin gets this turnover a ton because he gets more on ball touches than Max does. But basically, that is the point where in the player's mind, they're making that choice, which is a hard thing. You don't see that on TV, but it is how it's coached. And so that's something you'll see a player like pick up their dribble. It's usually going to be right around that area right there. Book racked it and passed it on that skip to Beal right from the free throw line. So that is, again, that place where that player is making that choice. I'm going to go all the way to the basket, going to kick it back out, going to pull up right here. That's how that works. What's up, Rommel? You don't necessarily want to slow down there, homie, but that is the point by which. No, so, okay, you want to slow there if you don't like anything that you have, right? Meaning that if the choice isn't obvious, stop there and like either dribble drag and like pull back your dribble, or pick up your dribble right there and pivot away from where the help is, right? To be able, because one of the things you teach there, if you're teaching a read and react, is if they pick up their dribble at the free throw line or stop at the free throw line and you're in the corner, you're supposed to kick up. And so that pickup dribble is telling the guy in the corner, move from the corner up to the wing. And that's sort of how you keep the wheel going, because then you pass it to that guy and then replace their spot in the corner. We're back at it. Austin off of a ball screen. Pick up, catch and shoot three, and Rui, nothing doing. In and out. Cam looking for that steal, but nope. Booker in the front court skips it over. Good ball reversal to KD. Good closeout by Rui. Nice engaged start by Rui so far. KD looks to go to work on him. Turnaround jumper. Misses short. LeBron with the rebound. 6:20 left. Dribbling up against Royce O'Neal. Drives left, gets around him, dumps it off. Nice. Good stuff. Rui did a great job of like working the passing angle a little bit better. LeBron got that first step going left. Lakers up 2. Book off the screen. Back pressure from Cam. They got to switch up. Get that Cam. Nurkic. All right. Good stuff. Good team defense. Austin gets the steal. Middle. Good pass back out. Spacing was a little wonky. Back over to LeBron. Faced up against O'Neal. Cleared out on the side. Drop step. Good pace. Fakes. Fade away. In and out. AD tips it. Nothing doing. Almost 5:40 left. Got Nurkic on a rim run. Nope. Over to O'Neal. Got a wing three. In and out. AD clears the rebound. 5:33 left. Good pace to this game. Good pocket pass to Austin. Oh, he misses it long. Gets the putback. Up and in. Got real soft touch around the rim. You rarely see him miss 2 of those in a row. So finished his own miss. Lakers up 4. Floater. Nice shot by Jones right there. 2-point game. 5:07 left. Austin with it on the right side. Guarded by Jones. Going to get a double drag from LeBron first. Out. They get that back tap. Come on, Austin. Jones takes his cookies and they tie it up at 17. Austin, good crossover, pick and pop back out to AD. They switched that, so he's got Jones on him. Should be looking to attack that, but how? Swing. Cam in the corner. That's who they leave. Misses that back rim. He's been making all those lately, so was due for a miss. Good work by Cam, staying with it. Off his leg. Good save by Austin. Good work by Cam. Good work by Austin. Going to get some subs into the game. Entertaining start to this one. So we have D'Lo in. I thought I saw Dalton somewhere. We'll see in a sec. D'Lo, Dalton, and Max. So 3 guys. That's a lot of players to come in all at once. So new personality to this group right here. Let's see where they go with it. AD up on Plumlee, goes right at him, misses a little bit flat, so it goes in and out. Good spirit by AD so far, but nothing, wasn't able to get that to go. Book looks to drive on Max, going to look to go right at Max's chest. So that's something that we saw Clarkson do this with Max the other night. Book starts off that way as well. He always looks to attack Max's chest as well. Lakers down by 2, 3:51 left. D'Lo off the screen, hesitates, keeps it, back over to AD. Got it to go that time. That one was a little bit softer. Wanted to call, but that wasn't a foul. 3:40 left, tied at 19. Book with it up top, guarded by Max. Allen clean off a curl. Talk about clean, though. AD with the clean block. Does he see the help? Sees Austin. Swing. D'Lo didn't want it. Shot fake with pace. Back out to Dalton. Inaccurate, so no shot. D'Lo dancing with it into the paint. Snaked it. Misses it a little long. Allen with it out of the backcourt. Guarded by Dalton now. Max over on Book. Tries to go baseline. Look at him trying to be real physical. Into his chest. Step back. All day long. Suns up 2. Got a quick timeout. Personality changed as soon as they made that sub. D'Lo's playing too slowly. Whenever D'Lo struggles, he starts to play even slower. Like, especially on his finishing. Yeah, Mikey, I agree with that observation that D'Lo doesn't trust his shot right now. Goat, yeah, that pass to Dalton. We had so many passes in that last game. LeBron was the main culprit of this, but hardly the only one. And D'Lo had several where it was like, it wasn't a turnover, but it was so inaccurate that it turned an open shot like that one from Dalton into a record scratch, right? Where you got to create the advantage all over again. Thank you, Seth. Hello, Mr. Blue. Welcome. Hoping for a good D'Lo game for your sake, my friend. Yeah, should be curious to see if Gabe is in the rotation here. Although last time it was Max in this end of first quarter shift, and then Gabe to start the second quarter, if I remember correctly. And yeah, Jackson's back. Question for the chat. Would you do Gabe and a 2029 first for Time Lord? For Robert Williams III. Couple folks a little hesitant on giving up a first, or at least an unprotected one, but it looks like yes is the Yeah, 2029 first round pick. I don't know. No details on protection. See how YouTube feels about it. Arvin's no. Yeah, I think we got more. Thank you for the issue on the thumbnail. Damn. All right, let me fix that thumbnail. Thank you for that. Edit. Well. Can I change it here? Customization. Nope. My bad on the thumbnail. Thank you for calling that out. All right. Nice inbound play. Get a dunk for Max right out of the timeout to tie it up. We'll talk more Robert Williams later. All right. So the 5 in the game for the Lakers, we got Max, Austin, Dalton, D'Lo, and AD. Good hands. Good work by Austin right there. Really liked his start. That's a 3/4 denial when you're playing off-ball defense. You're supposed to have that hand across your body. Yep. Like that left hand deflection. That's exactly how you do it. I've noticed Rui and LeBron go out at the same time generally. Going the other way? All right. Gonna get an offensive foul, illegal screen on Plumlee. Lakers in their horn set. Gonna twist into a ball screen with D'Lo and AD. Into the pocket for AD. Loves this shot. Misses it short though. Book with it. Guarded by Max. Goes over the top of this screen. Back pressure on Book. Fades away. Misses it. Back tap by Dalton though. It goes over to O'Neal. Closes out to Allen for 3. Makes it. Those threes off of offensive rebounds are killer. Those go in at a very high rate. 2 minutes left in the first. Austin off of the screen. Looks nothing doing. Lobs it up top. Nice pass. Good springy leap from AD right there. Looking good. 1-point game. 14 points in the paint for the Lakers. Down 142 left. Hands it back over. Skips over up top. Grayson Allen misses that one. Dalton with the rebound. Comes out of the backcourt. Over to AD. To Max. We shouldn't be running ball screens with Max, but gets into the pocket. Lays it up. Lays it in. Nice pass, Max. Nice lefty finish. AD going to work right now. Lakers up 112 left. Deal with it. Gets it to Booker, guarded by Austin. 106 left. Switches on to Max. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, too easy by Allen. Lays it up and in. Got past D'Lo too easily on that one. Although you do have to close out to him hard. D'Lo surveying the floor off the double drag. Snakes the screen. Gonna get a foul on the reach. Lakers are really working this ball screen action with AD. With Plumlee and Nurkic, they don't really have switching or hedge and recover perimeter type defenses. And so if you can beat their drops, as we get Jackson's first minutes into the game for AD, sidestep jumper from D'Lo kind of fading to his right. Misses that. Plumlee out of the backcourt. But good ball handler for his size. Dalton guarding Beal, pulls it back. Jumper, knocks it down. Get the 2 for 1. Suns up 3. D'Lo with it. LeBron back into the game. And they're 4 out spacing. Thinking about it. Get the screen from D'Lo. LeBron picks up his dribble over to Jackson. He bobbles it. Ball's out of bounds. Going to be a turnover. Right idea, but couldn't catch it clean. Yeah, that was a good look. Yeah, Chenny, we put Dalton in the game and then we stick him in the corner. I understand going to the AD ball screen stuff, but wasting a weapon in the corner. We have 25 points. All right, Beal trying to close out this quarter. It's the ball handler over to Booker. Attacks Max, skips it out. Allen, clean look. LeBron doesn't close out. Too easy. So what was a good quarter for the Lakers going to end up with them down 6. As Max doesn't get the heave off in time. Rough ending those last few minutes. I don't think LeBron would have gotten to that anyway, but there's a lot of those these days where LeBron's like, yeah, I'm not going to get to that. So I'm not even going to try on that. So Lakers can't be having 25-point quarters and be beating really high-end teams at home. They need to be better than this on the offensive end. Obviously, they have the defensive issues that they have, but there are too many empty offensive possessions for the level of talent that they have. Our guards do get blown by a lot. That's a good observation. And that's something I was talking today about, the value of zone looks. Zones are typically in basketball sort of an admission of we can't guard you. And that's, I think, part of the reason why coaches are loath to go to them at the NBA level. However, I view this year's Laker team as sort of a better version of the 22-23 team before the trade deadline, in that they're in a similar spot of Lakers need to get to whenever a trade can happen, whether it's 12-15. There are some things possibly available before, but most things go down by then, where the Lakers are going to need to carry an imperfect roster to the point where they can make those moves to hopefully solidify the team and be a legit contender. And so sort of working around the issues that the Lakers have, part of that is, I think, just acknowledging, yeah, your guards get blown by a lot, like Tur said, and that that if you're responsible for cleaning that up on the back line can get old. And we don't have anybody aside from AD who's like good at that, and Koloko, right? So the point of zones in a lot of instances is to break rhythm, but also contain. And if you're giving up penetration over and over again, that is part of the purpose of that. And then within that, you want to have some 1 guard front zones, some 2 guard front zone. If you only have a 2-3 zone, which is the main zone that most people like, the most common zone, if that's the only look that you have, that gets beat fairly easy, fairly quickly. I think you have to have and the Lakers do have that 3-2 look, which is an odd guard front, which is what I'm talking about. I've always been a big 1-3-1 fan. It never really seems to make an appearance in the NBA. I coached a lot of 1-3-1 zone and had a blast doing that. That's one of my things I've always hoped it would make it to the NBA at some point. But yeah, that to me is part of the consideration for the Lakers with under the circumstances they're under. Now, if you get Vando back, I think that you can be more conventional, more credible in that respect. But until then, I do think there's a certain amount of trying to figure it out. Also, last year's scheme of leaving the worst jump shooter open is one of those containment defenses as well. So that is a man defense version sort of that. Yeah, exactly. Who's Vando? Do I have LFR swag on a sale? We need to update our LFR swag pretty badly either way. I believe they are the same prices as as they always are. We're back at it. Lakers down 6, 11:50 left. LeBron on the baseline. Thought about it. Brings it back. Guarded by Dunn. 10 seconds still left on the shot clock. Dribbles out. Going to get an illegal. Going to get a free throw for the Lakers and the illegal defense. I agree, Renz. Let's workshop some LFR playback crew merch ideas. We're going to get Dalton going to the free throw line. Rattles it home. Can I give you an Eli 5 on a matchup zone? What is that? Explain like I'm 5. At the commercial break. I'll pull up from KD. Misses front rim. Little inside out dribble by D'Lo. Runs into 2. Skips it across. Right idea. Deflected. Keep it here. Oh, I didn't see the deflection. I'll take it. Lakers down by 5. 14 on the shot clock. Braun with it. Looking for Dalton over the top. Let's go. Alley-oop. I love it. That's exactly that sort of counter pressure you need to put on them. That's great. 3-point game. 11:08. Dalton guarding Beal. He's done an okay job on Beal in their matchup so far. Better than I would have expected. Although, yeah, right on cue. Loses him in the dunker spot. Yeah, that's announcer's curse stuff right there. My bad. 10:50 left. Lakers down 5. Try and get Dalton off this cross screen into the pocket. Ooh, I like it. Should have dumped that off to Jackson, but going to go to the free throw line. You all right? He's all right. Dalton looking back at he cracked him right on the head. Wow, I didn't see that. Get a concussion like that. Dalton averaging 20.5 over his last 6, but front rim's the free throw. Just gets the second one to go, claps his hands in frustration afterward. 4-point game. Max picking up high on KD. I like it. Don't let him step into his shots. Good pocket pass, though. Going to give up an and one. That's tough. Good pass over to Oso. So, yeah, anytime you get Jackson retreating, it's almost never going to work out for you. Hits the free throw, completes the 3-point play. Lakers down 7. Dalton with it. Hands off to Braun. Over to D'Lo. Goes either way. Sidestep 3. Pulls it. Good to see that go. Let's go, D'Lo. 10-10 left. Lakers down 4. Dalton guarding Beal. KD off the curl. Pulls up. Misses short. Braun with the rebound. 10 minutes left. Braun still with it. Skips. D'Lo, 2 in a row. Nope. Misses that one long. Max tips it out, though, but Phoenix clears it. Dalton against KD in space. Pulls up. Looks to drive left. Going to go to the line. Dalton's got to take a better angle on that and not get in the driving lane. That's why KD just went into his body right there to get into the free throw line. Yeah, D'Lo hasn't had a 20-point game this season. We're 16. This is the 17th game of the year. No 20-point games for D'Lo. Have I seen improvement in Jackson's game since he was signed? Um, I think he's gotten better as a screen setter. The rate at which the illegal screens have gone down a good amount. I like him as a set on set plays. I think he runs set plays from the 5 spot very well. Um, but no, not as a defensive big. Really, he's kind of the same guy he's always been. Oh, Lakers down 6. D'Lo floater up and in. All right, he's got some shot attempts available to him that he's starting to take without hesitation. It's really good to see. Lakers down 4. Hopefully he stays at it. Putting pressure on Jones. Lakers switch it. Gabe into the game alongside Dalton, LeBron, and Jackson. Over to Dunn. Up top to Allen, guarded by Dalton. Gets a little bit of space. Sidesteps. Misses it. D'Lo with the rebound over to Bron. 9:08 left. Lakers down 4. D'Lo scoots out of the way. Bron drives left. Kicks it out. Swing. Dalton, wing 3. Oh, rattles in and out. Damn. That was halfway down. Ball reversal to Allen. Gabe, skip pass, pull up for Jones, floater, Jackson, good contest. Gabe with the rebound over to Bron. Lakers have numbers. Bron drives middle, kicks it out, but to Tyus Jones, who got back into the play. Phoenix going the other way. KD on the break with the dunk. Falls to the ground awkwardly. Good advance pass. Bron cherry picking on the other end. 2-hand dunk. Good way to counter that break. They had a 5-man break going the other way. One stays back. Nice read by D'Lo. Back down 4. Lakers hanging tough without AD. Into the pocket. Tough catch by Oso, but he gets it. Picks up his dribble. Off the curl to Jones. Hits the back of LeBron's leg. Going to keep it here. 9 on the shot clock. Rui going to come back in for Dalton. Hopefully that's not Dalton's last shift of the half. That's right, DSW. But you saw that. You saw that's where it happened, right? Is in that area. Inbound. We got a Jones with it up top. Drives left, hands off to Oso. Good contest by Jackson, but Oso gets it to go. So I've mentioned before on these, apparently Oso killed his workout with us. Going to get AD back into the game. Next dead ball. 2-man game in the middle of the floor. LeBron in the pocket. Corner 3. Rui kicks it out. Switch. Rui goes crashing into the bench. They help him up. Wanted the foul, but doesn't get it. Lakers down 3. Nice shot. Good start for Rui. 7:30 left. Jones with it, guarded by D'Lo. Step up screen from Oso. D'Lo does a good job of navigating it. Gets into the passing lane. Great screen navigation by him. Goes around KD. Lord have mercy. Throws it off of LeBron's knee. Bad spacing. Kicks it out. Jones 3. Misses short. Goes right to KD. Kicks that out. O'Neal tries it. He misses. LeBron with the rebound. Try and slow things down a little as we cross the 7-minute mark. Rush screen by D'Lo. Shot fake. Drives middle. Gets into the paint. Throws it up high. Going to go to the line. D'Lo and LeBron have some of the strangest on-court chemistry. There are some things. So 2-man game on pick and rolls, for example, when LeBron turns into Karl Malone, I'm going to be a roll man type of guy, or on set play type of actions, they work together so very well, right? In transition, I'm not sure I've ever seen 2 Lakers be more oddly matched for each other in transition. Unless there are some situations, right? D'Lo's pull up threes and things like that. But when like D'Lo's filling one lane and LeBron's in another, or if D'Lo's attacking and LeBron's filling a lane, yeah, it can be interesting. I've always laughed about how similar D'Lo and Russ are, because their games are so different on one level, right? One's the probably the greatest athletic one, but if you include strength of all time, I would say Russ is from an athletic standpoint, the tools that he's had. And then D'Lo's on the total other opposite end of the spectrum, but they can be similarly erratic, but also similarly really good in stretches that can, yeah, I've always laughed at how similar they are, considering how different they are on the surface. Ender, your point about AD Coloco over AD Hayes is why I brought up Robert Williams and why I think the Lakers would go in that type of direction rather than um yeah, in that type of direction rather than the big bruising type of five. Although I think would like to have that type of guy, but I think that a defensive presence is a bigger need. Tyler, about AD's spirit, this is something that there have been a couple of things that have caught my eye too. So it's interesting to hear you say that as well. Something to monitor. Do I want Dennis round 3? I'd love to have Dennis back. But I think that again, I think Gabe for a big is probably the move if on that price tier. And Dennis is in that same price tier, right? That MLE, what does he make? 11 to 13 million a year, something like that. Williams makes something similar around there. Um, I think we'd be more looking to upgrade from D'Lo as a shot creating type of guard and like shooter, right? Obviously, Dennis can create shots, but I think that was the reason they moved on from him in the first place. Is just that he is not, especially with the style that Redick wants to play. I think that their Lakers are going to prioritize more guys who can catch and shoot threes. Um, Obviously, Gabe has been a whiff on that front, but that was the thought process behind signing Gabe, is that he would be a better, catch and shoot guy. I see that, Keezy. All right, D'Lo splits his free throws. 6:54 left. D'Lo, Rui, LeBron, AD, and Gabe in the game. AD back in for Jackson. Drive kick out to KD. Good job by shutting down that lane. LeBron's team defense right there, really, really good stuff. Shot clock issues into the corner. Good closeout by Gabe. Doesn't want to give Allen that airspace. Tough. It's one of the things with Gabe is he can be, or that was Book, excuse me. He can do everything correctly, but be small enough to just have the guy go over the top of him. All right, Lakers down 5. D'Lo into the dunker spot for AD, misses that short. Book with it out of the backcourt. Rui with the hand up. Skips it over to KD. Clean look. Gets it to go. 8-point game all of a sudden. D'Lo with it, looking to post up on Jones. Goes middle. Misses short. Gets the whistle, though. Dennis's height is also a thing, too, that again, this is a higher level of basketball type of thing. And Dennis will win in the ground game. Obviously, great speed, super competitive. Come on, D'Lo. Uh, but he has some of that, guys can shoot over Dennis. All right. Lakers slowly losing the rope here as D'Lo splits another pair of free throws. 2 for 4 from the line. All right. KD comes off too easily. That's a practice jumper right there. 9-point game, 5:30 left. Dangerous minutes for the Lakers. Two-man game at top. D'Lo with speed. for the layup. Love the pace right there. Needs to hit that gear more often. Good drive by D'Lo. Lakers down 7. Book, great move. Come on, Cam. Can't walk under him like that. Yeah, Brandon, that he definitely hung that dribble. Yeah, Lakers energy is not great. And get Austin back in. Book splits the free throws. Got an 8-point game. Gabe coming out of the backcourt with it. Over to Austin. Gonna get a wedge screen from Gabe. AD gets bumped off his spot by Nurkic. Kick out, swing, drive that. Rui rushes it. Been awful at the rim this year. Into the pocket to Nurkic. Gets his feet under him, but misses long. Gonna go the other way. Nurkic tapped that. Don't complain there. You tap that over the back. Are gonna get a timeout. 8-point game. Not loving the energy right here. All right, so we got AD leading the way with 12 points in that first quarter. 6 of 10 shooting now, along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists and a block. LeBron with 7 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Rui with 7. Austin just 2 shots so far, 2 points on that. Cam missed his only look. D'Lo, as I thought before the game this would be a chance for D'Lo to get some shots. I mean, he'd have some looks in this game, and he did. He is tied for second in shot attempts, which is for someone who's been passing up a lot of shots recently. Good to see. Went 3 of 6 on his shots there. Had 9 points, 2 of 4 on his free throws. Want to see at least one more make there, but 9 points and 2 assists so far from him. Dalton only got 2 shots in his 8 minutes and 23 seconds. For the Suns, KD leading the way with 14, looking like he never left. Beal in double figures as well with 10. Book right behind them with 8. Grayson Allen also with 8. So Phoenix's offense again looking. Things are a lot easier for them than they are for the Lakers at the moment. Arbin asking, does Max have any value in a trade, or is he just salary at this point? So his value wouldn't be salary wise because he signed long term. So if there's value in it, it would be from a team that likes Max and would be like, oh yeah, he's cost controlled for the next 3 years after this one. And we like him. We think we can turn him into a player at that cost. So I think Max does have some trade value, but I think there will also be some other teams that are like, yeah, if he were on a second round picks contract, but at 8 million a year, he's not a developmental guy. So, but I do think there will be a handful of teams that would want him. Yeah, Broner's dad would not looking too good right now. Oh, we got a foul on Nurk. Nice. Oh, so they challenged that. Good. Paul, I like the Warriors. I think that they've got a interesting interesting build, right? I really like how their depth and sort of the waves of players. I think they're faster and more athletic than they were with Clay. Because we're back at it in this game. AD's got the ball. Good ball pressure by Nurk. Come on, AD. Just knocks it away. Gonna get a steal back to Nurk. Good strip down low by Gabe off his leg. Nope. Keep it here. That's too easy. Just put some pressure on AD and coughs it up. Too casual. Gonna get a challenge here. Yeah, I thought that was off of him. Echo, I don't think that there's a big 3 and D wing to be traded for. I mean, if you feel that that's what DFS and Cam Johnson are, fair enough. I agree with Cam a little bit more than DFS, but and DFS guards the 4 and 5 spot more than anywhere. I think that there's some perception that he is a wing defender, that he does it some, but he's more of like a much bigger wing type of, like, you can't have him guard down a ton and have him be great. Right. That's the thing, Gabalock, is that like Cam is okay, but he's sort of a tall, again, I don't think you can have him guard down a ton either. So I too would love a good big defensive wing. I think the big defensive wing that we can trade for is Anthony Davis. And I know that sounds odd, but it's like, if you can trade for a defensive 5 that then frees up AD from doing that job, because we have nobody else who can do that job. AD can be kind of that big, that to me is the closest thing. Is we're going to get the Lakers winning this challenge. Yep. All right, going to be Laker ball. Lakers are down 8, just holding on right now. Gabe, Austin, Cam, Rui, and AD. Back to Austin off of the screen. Skips it over. Going to have another illegal defense, or defensive 3 seconds, I should say. And have AD stepping in line for that. DSW, I agree that. So when I talk about AD guarding defensive wings, this is more within the switching scheme that we have, as he misses the free throw. Come on, man. Within the switching, like, you can deploy AD out onto the perimeter as we have been and not have the drop off that we've had if you have somebody that is always on the back line that can do that. Austin, good zoom, nice, good work right there. He's gotten so crafty at understanding when to fake that pitch back and hit the gas, go to the basket. Cuts the lead to 6, 4:10 left. Oh, they miss it. Cam over to Austin in the middle of the court, gets middle, whips it over to Rui, doesn't have it, gets middle to Cam. Tough shot, bank shot. Oy vey. That's a difficult look to get that early in the shot clock. Book with it, shot fake, drive. Good defense by Austin. He stood up a few guys, got smashed in the face. Over to Rui on the lane, lefty layup, and he blows it. Rui's been so bad at the rim. Pull up 3. O'Neal misses that. Man. AD with it. A lot of stuff off of the dribble for the Lakers. Struggling at 45 points. Nice shot by Austin. He's had a good half. Kept it pretty high on that one. Really needed his skill and speed in this so far. Going to get LeBron coming back in. Cam on Book. Nurkic changes the screening angle. Pull up three. Misses short. AD gets the flat-footed rebound. Over to Austin. Guarded by Beal. 3:03 left. Lakers down 3. Another Austin trying to go forward again. Oh, let's go. Scoops it up and in and one. Just absolutely bodied Bradley Beal right there. Really good minutes from Austin right here. Gonna try to tie the game up. Yeah, he's noticeably sharper than some of our other guys. All right. Austin completes the three-point play, and Lakers go on a much-needed 8-0 run. They were kind of on their heels. It was tenuous for a moment there. Let's see if they can close out this half. Their LeBron and AD minutes have not been good. Got some more right here. Too easy of a layup for Beal. Need more from AD on that. 2-point game. 2:40 left. Over to AD. Goes baseline. Lays it up and in. Gets the and one. He really likes from the right side of the floor to drive baseline almost behind the basket and sort of reach back. See if he can give the Lakers a lead here. Free throw line has been a bit of a hex on him this week, but he gets it to go. Lakers are up 54-53. Got Beal with it up top. Going to get a screen. Oh, kicks it out. Done. Corner. Rattles in and out. Rui battles for it. AD tracks it down. Keeps it himself. Advance up to LeBron. Jogs to set that drag screen. Slips it. Got the ball into the post. Back to LeBron. He bobbles it. Going to dribble into a post up. AD's going to space it out. LeBron gets the ball deflected. 7 on the shot clock. .207 left. These corner inbounds are tough. See what they do. Into AD. Jumps it. See, they don't fight for position. They get turnovers like that all the time. And this is free points on the other end. It's like, actually seal your dude on the post entry. But the Lakers get another cherry pick. November basketball, not the most serious time of year. Lakers back up 1. 1:42 left. Nurkic hands it off to Beal. Good reject. Gets himself a clean look. Misses it long, but gets his own rebound. AD runs into him trying to track down that rebound. Lakers had a foul to give, so he's not going to go to the line, but first in the last 2 minutes means that they'll be in the bonus from here on out. So you have to actually run, sprint to the cut. You walk through all your cuts. You don't seal. All right. Cam guarding Book with 5 on the shot clock. Oh, nice snake. Good help by LeBron. Kicks it out to Dunn. Nice 3. Damn. AD got caught on the reach there, and AD Booker crossed it over. LeBron made a good low man rotation, but he had to leave his guy to do it. Get a timeout here. Lost Cam and then lost AD. All right. Got a timeout here. Lakers down 58-56. See if they run some two-man game with Austin and AD. These games where the Lakers play against teams that don't have any mobility at the 5 spot are very pick and roll heavy generally. And I do agree with that. I think putting Denver in that category, which was sort of our game plan, I think Jokic is more mobile than he gets credit for on that. But against these slow-footed ones, you see a lot of pick and roll. So that's really the center of the attack tonight. It looks a lot like last year's team in a lot of ways. Gone on a little burst here to end the first on offense. AD hands off to Bron, reverses course, gets middle, shoots a little floater, gets it to go. I think that shot right there is a key to unlocking some things for LeBron, just as he navigates the one spot kind of with different tools. As Lakers blow a coverage there, I think that was Dalton's, but back down by 2. Get that ball screen. Austin over to LeBron. Shot fake. Drives undone. Gets into his chest. Dumps it off for Cam. Get blocked by 3 different people at the rim. Lakers get the 2 for 1, but not the bucket. Down 2. Booker gets Dalton switched onto him. 10 on the shot clock. Out near half court. Going to try to attack him in open space. Get that into the seam. Active hands. Drive, kick. 3 for Booker. Misses that. Done with the putback. Damn. Lakers down 4. Austin with speed out of the backcourt. Spins. Elbow pull up. Ooh. What a shot. What a shift from Austin. That second quarter did not have, Lakers have been teetering for a couple of games now with not great energy. And I thought Austin really rallied the team to this. I wouldn't have been surprised if this was a 12, 14-point deficit, the way things were going. And just he really thought put the team on his back along with AD to a degree. But AD was a little more touch and go. But yeah, Lakers down 62-60 with an offensive burst there at the end of the second quarter. I'm with you, Ender. Felt like down more than 2. But that burst there at the end. Both Beal and KD lead the way for the Suns with 14 apiece. They were supposedly on minutes restrictions. Both guys have played basically 15 minutes. So I think that the minutes restriction is probably 30, maybe 32, somewhere in there. So not too much different than normal, but yeah, they both had 14 apiece. Book had 8, as did Allen. Tyus Jones chipped in with 6. AD led the way for the Lakers with 18, 8, and 4 in that first half. 17, 8, and 4. Went 8 of 12 from the field. Austin with 12 points on 5 of 6 from the floor. LeBron has 9 and 6 with 4 rebounds. As a team, Lakers shot 58% from the field in that first half. 8 turnovers, little higher than you'd want in a half, but 6 of 10 from the line. Obviously want to make a couple more of those. Only 9 threes though. So that we're going to attack the rim, and the way they have to play with the slower footed 5s in that drop, that pocket pass to AD is available whenever they want it. And it's going to be a dance between, does the guard keep it, the guy who's getting downhill? And so we saw that with D'Lo. We saw high shot attempts, 6 shots for D'Lo in 11 minutes. Austin with those attempts, some of those were off of ball screens with AD, and then just a lot of stuff in the pocket for AD with those 12 attempts. So a fairly simple offensive game plan for the Lakers that they saw break through at the end there, in part because of Austin's flurry. But yeah, 58% from the field in that half. Love to see it. But 51% for the Suns, and they hit 8 threes to our 4. So that's a tough Tough math equation. They went 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers for them to our 8 as well, so they're winning that battle too. So yeah, jump shooting versus paint presence. Big story of this game, this matchup in the first half, and just even beyond that. Arvin with an interesting call out. This is something I noticed from watching the tape in the Orlando game too. Austin won more possessions against Wagner than anybody else did in terms of standing him up. He forced a turnover along the sidelines and yeah, kind of beat him to his spot and stymied him actually more than Cam did. Like Cam again is more of a deflections and reaching and causing chaos, right? Causing turnovers and all of that than more of a positional guy. Gabe is in the right spot a lot of times. He's just so short that players shoot over the top of him. And yeah, that I've thought that too recently. That hey, Austin's actually doing a better job on these guys than others are. So some perspective too. The Suns are 8-1 with KD playing at home, and Lakers are down 2 at halftime. Lakers are not playing great basketball by any means, and not defending well at all, but hanging in games with higher with a higher end team. We saw a similar first half against Denver. Let's see if Lakers can put 48 minutes together of it. But with it's a tough stretch right now, and Lakers going to have to play good basketball. But um, it's not as bad as I think it can sometimes feel in the moment. I suppose that's the point I was going for. Yes, it was Ramelski. Their one loss in that 8-1 stretch was against the Lakers. We came this close to getting them the second time too. What a shot by Austin to end that half. Mm-hmm. Keezy, yeah, the speed from Austin was notable. That too, yeah, it's a lot easier to run when you don't have a ball pressure guard leaned up on you quite in the same way. That's a weakness that Phoenix has is similar to ours in that they don't have those physical backcourt guys. It's part of why I didn't love the Tyus Jones signing for them, even though I like Tyus Jones as a player. As a player, is that I think he contributes to sort of their lack of defensive juice on the perimeter at his size. So, um, yeah, they have similar issues that if Austin doesn't have a guy leaning on him like that, he's really good. The starting lineup bad again. Yeah, Seb, I was asking before the game. Um, I was looking up some of the numbers, and this group. It's funny. The D'Lo move to the bench, I thought, really helped out the bench. The starters, it hasn't though, and I think they're still kind of looking for what they need out of that group. We'll see. I'm curious if starting Dalton for Cam is an option and just going the similar route that they did to start the year. That starting group at the beginning of the year, right? The group that had D'Lo in it was a +7 net rating. Now, I think that against the better teams, there was such an obvious glaring, we're going to attack D'Lo because he's not big enough and athletic enough, especially in this switching type of group. But it is worth noting that that all offense group did do well. So curious to see if Redick ends up making a change there because yeah, that starting group has not has lost its minutes pretty decisively. Good call out, Seb, about the best part of that being staggering Austin and D'Lo. Totally agree. Regina, Rui and Cam, is that a good? So that is a great call out that Rui and Cam do not provide enough volume shooting. Is that a good thing, or like do they need volume shooting with LeBron, AD, and Austin all on the floor at the same time? The answer might be yes, right? And obviously, this group ain't playing well, but I do think that there is some degree. One thing I worry about with Dalton potentially starting, and look at this stat: points off turnovers, 14 for Phoenix, 0 for the Lakers. So in a game you're down by 2, points off turnovers, 14 to nothing. Um, but yeah, that's the where was I going with that? Let's go back up to your question. Yeah, in terms of like Rui is not a movement guy, doesn't score a ton off of movement. And yeah, he's been so bad around the rim this year that he has a lot of games where even if it's a good game, sometimes he'll go 6 of 8. And if you look at his career averages, I don't think he's ever scored 15 a game in a season, which is not a super high number for a guy who the first thing you think about in terms of what's good about his game is he's a well-rounded scorer. At least that's what I think of with Rui. He's just not a very high volume one. So I think there is some question of, do you need high volume around LeBron, AD, and Austin? If you do, then the answer is Dalton. I think you can get, but again, we got to get him more than 2 shots. Uh, it's funny though. That's a, with Austin, or with Dalton, I'm blaming an external factor. With Rui, it's like, oh, that's just how he is. But with Dalton, he can shoot off of movement, right? You can run plays in the middle of the floor off of movement for him. Rui can't knock down those same shots. Exactly, about Dalton being smaller, Gadalock. So do you play him at the 2 then? Do you start him for Cam and start Rui also? I would argue that if you're going to switch everything, you have to be bigger. And if you're going to switch a ton, so like Cam is a go guard that guy type of defender, meaning that he's going to snake around screens. You don't want them just switching everything. What I'm saying is if you go the all offense group and you go bigger at the 2 with Dalton, you have more of a, okay, we've switched here. Now Dalton has to box out a 5 because AD is now switched out onto the guard. Dalton is more equipped to do that than a Cam is even. And so um, that in exchange for amazing offense where nobody can help off of anywhere, that was the idea behind the group that started the year with D'Lo. Now, how good they would be, I don't know, but I do think it's worth considering. Seb, is that stat about the higher deep drop frequency for us today? Um, is that I lost my train of thought. I totally forgot the question I was going to ask you on that. Yeah, forgive me. Yeah, gravity is way different, Tyler, with Dalton than Rui, absolutely, because you can move him around. Oh, gotcha. That's eye test. Yeah, the switching hasn't been as much. So with Cam in the game, you've got him like chasing guys around a lot more than just kind of passing players off on the switch. And eh, we talked about this on the pod earlier today too. The Lakers have a lot of there's no answer in this game defensively with our personnel and their offensive personnel where it's like, oh, you should obviously just do this and surely it will work. Like I was talking on the pod with Wagner when we started hedging and recovering and taking him away, but now we're giving up weak side skip threes. Um, I have more grace for the team's defense in that respect, but yeah, there's a certain amount of we're going to have AD around the rim and let Ryan Dunn and Royce O'Neal and sort of some of the threes that come out of that, let them take those. I get it. Well, Keezy, good question. What's going on with AD's floater he's pulled a couple of them short. This is why a lot of players aren't really good at that shot is because the footwork is totally different. It's almost all ideally, you can jump stop into it and have a solid base underneath you, and AD does that well, but a lot of it is, it takes touch up top. And so if you look at the percentages on what do players shoot between 8 and 12 feet or whatever, it's really bad across the league in part because it's the most difficult shot. It's very easy to miss it long and it's very easy to miss it short. And it's just this sort of like in between in terms of how you extend your arm on that look. And so I think there's just always going to naturally be a certain ebb and flow to those type of shots where he's missing them short. But he is, 8 of 12. He has hit a couple of them. I think he's hit probably 40% of them in this game. But that's what I've seen. He's just kind of T-Rexed a couple of shots, which is when you short arm it. And yeah, no news on Seawood so far as I know. Oh yeah, and then on the threes, I agree with that. Like I'd say he needs to take 3 a game, and he's been doing that more at the end, kinda closing with the pick and pop 3 more, but yeah, he's gone away from it more recently, and that's disappointing to see. That's happened in other seasons too, where it's like, "Oh, AD's shooting the threes," and then he goes a month without barely taking any. Let's see here. Broner's dad, so you think a 5 and a rim pressure guard are the way to go as opposed to a 3 and D wing? Bro, I would love to get a 3 and D wing. I just don't think the ones that are out there are very good. I don't think that they solve our problem. And so I think so for me, from a money perspective, Robert Williams only makes 14 a year. And obviously there are health issues there, but he's exactly the type of 5 I'm talking about that he could switch on the perimeter and AD could be behind him or vice versa. And you could free up to AD, have AD help solve some problems defensively. If there was an awesome, if like OG Ananobi were available to trade like he was last year and we had the tools and the assets to be able to trade for him, hell yeah, I'd want that kind of guy. It's just the kind of guys that fit the 3 and D, quote unquote. At some point, they become a level of quality where it's like, is Dorian Finney-Smith going to get us around deeper in the playoffs than we otherwise would have? Maybe I'm too low on him, and I don't know. Um, if there's a more dynamic player at a different spot, and you have a guy like AD that has a little more versatility, especially if you're asking him to carry more of the load on the offensive end, yeah. So Williams would be that guy at what's that 14 million worth of salary. Then I think you have what 28 ish left to work with, depending on how you go. And we're back already from halftime. AD with it on the elbow. To be continued on the trade talks. Skips it over to Austin. Going to take that 3. Let's go. Austin stays hot. Gives the Lakers the lead. 11:42 left. Love running that play for him right out of halftime. KD dancing on AD. Pulls up over the top 3. Rattles in and out. AD tracks down the long rebound. Gets bumped by KD at half court. Big collision right there. AD is one of the few guys in the league that I notice a difference in how KD wants to shoot a jump shot because he's guarding him. Yeah, that should be a take foul. You don't have to take 5 minutes to determine it. Jay, that is a good call out on DFS increasing the toughness of the team and the physicality. Lord knows I've been complaining a ton about that. So that is very true. It's just you're still getting like 4 or 5 rebounds a game tops out of that. There's a certain amount of ruggedness that's important, but there's also a certain amount of I want to get a damn rebound and be able to guard on the perimeter, which is my biggest complaint with DFS is he's more of a 4 type of defender. All right, Lakers up 2. Hands it off to Austin. They're showing high on him. Good reverse pivot to LeBron. Shot fake. Rui. Oh, good closeout by KD. Cut that down. Drive and kick. Deflected away. Really good closeout by KD right there. LeBron had an okay look that I thought he could have taken, but he swung it to Rui. Beef stew I'd be into. I don't know if they're in trading him, though. All right, no trade talk during the game. Sorry. 11-11 left. Austin dancing with it. 4 on the shot clock. Gets it poked away. 3, got to take a tough fade away. Great defense by Phoenix on that possession. KD out of the backcourt. Advance pass to Jones. Guarded by Cam. Austin. Oh, they had Nurkic. Almost a backcourt violation. They have Austin guarding Nurkic, and Nurkic just passed it right back out. Good job by Rui cutting off Booker's drive going one way. Drives it back the other way, kicks it out. Nurkic takes the 3, knocks it down. Damn. Lakers have conceded that shot to him in all 3 games. It might be the first one he's made. Bron back to AD. Austin with it. Over to Bron. Step up screen from Rui. Good cross pass to AD. Misses bit right. AD gonna get Rui gonna get called, trying to get the offensive rebound. That felt like a game 3. Yes, it did. Lakers down 1, 10-15 left. Beal, back pressure from Austin, skips it over to Book, guarded by Cam. 10 on the shot clock. Got Nurkic on the pop again if he wants it. Going to take it. Cursory closeout. Misses short. Bron with the rebound. 10 minutes left. Pulls up from 3. Misses short as well. Nurkic with the rebound. Dribbling out of the backcourt. Hands it off to Beal. Lakers switch that. So now you got Rui guarding Nurk in the post. Going to leave him alone. Just going to dribble him under the basket and lay it in. Why do you just watch? Why do y'all just watch when that happens? I hate that. If that's the plan, is just a single cover like the massive 5s like that, you just give up a layup. It annoys me so much. Drive and kick. LeBron throws it just to no one in particular. Get on the ground, man. Cam does. Let's go. Skip into the corner. Bron, 3 off the corner of the backboard. My Lord. Gets his own rebound and dunks it. November basketball. Late November basketball. 1-point game. Jones with it. Cam switches on to him over to Nurk. Looks the other direction to Beal. Lakers doing a lot of switching. A lot more than that first half. Into Nurkic. Just going to back. See, that cannot be the plan. Back out to AD. Drives, misses wildly. Going to go to the line, though. This happens a ton with the Lakers where they'll switch onto a post mismatch. Like Nurkic, Rui cannot hold his ground against Nurkic. Nurkic is massive. Makes the first free throw. No pause. Yeah, a lot more switching in the second half, but you have to have a plan for those. You confront the post and send help from the backside. I think Lakers are trying to stay out of rotation, which I get, but that's not going to work. I'm going to be pissed off if this happens a third time. They should look to attack it. Peel off switch. Now they got Cam guarding Nurk in the post. 7 on the shot clock. You idiots. That's on Reddit. I'm going to get more water. Cardinal sin to get beat by the same thing 3 times in a row in basketball. You got to have the coaches run suicides after that. 4-point game. LeBron downhill. Nice pass to AD. Lakers back down 2. Let's see. Let's see if the Lakers adjust or get beat by the same thing 4 times in a row. AD up to 22 and 9. Over to Nurk. Little high-low to KD. Misses it. Pressure on the from behind from AD. LeBron collecting his feet. Spins. Lays it up. AD gets the rebound. Knocked away. Keep it here. I am an ice machine truther. Like the sound it makes too. Lob over the top. Nice catch by AD. Tough fadeaway. Yeah, see, that's a bad shot. Going to be a shooting turnover right there. So they need to talk about their switches and how they defend the post on that. If you're so on that last one into Cam, for example, you're not supposed to be able to make post entry passes from the top like that. You should be able to work your feet around and front it, and like that's a hard passing angle to make the post entry at, and so that should be a fronted deflection. And yeah, Brandon, on that AD shot, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is he ended up practically in the first row with how badly he faded away. Where it's like catch that, regather yourself, spin back the other way. You have a jump hook in the middle. Yeah, DSW. That's part of why he gets knocked off his spot by those bigger guys. One of the things you can do as well is scram. Although with Rui, in Rui's case, there's nobody to scram to. And so this is again part of the damned if you do, damned if you don't, and any of the defensive coverage options Lakers have. But there is nobody to scram Rui out. You want Rui to be able to hold his ground, which against a lot of fives he can, but Nurk is a big, big man. And Rui keeps his armbar up too high. I think a if you're guarding a player who's bigger than you want your forearm not in his ribs or in the middle of his back, but around his waist. Um, and so there's technique stuff Rui can do better to hold his ground. And this part of the reason why we do it is there are some guys and a lot of players that Rui can switch against and not give up that ground. But Nurkic is just too big of a human being for him to be able to hold his ground in one-on-one coverage with no help at all. Exactly, Josh. That low man wins that leverage. If Rui brought it down a little bit, then he'd be better at it. Yep, Paul, exactly. long history of shorter post defenders getting some wins because they understand how to use leverage. Yep. Yep, Keezy. Yep. All right, we're back at it. Lakers are down 4, 7:29 left. Gonna get this screen for AD. LeBron's gonna go middle. Kicks it out. Rui, corner three, misses. Nurkic with the rebound. 7:15 left. Over to Beal. Guarded by LeBron. Screen from Jones. Lakers switch that. Booker driving on Cam. Good peel off help from Austin. Misses that long. Got to get that rebound. Book gets his own. Going to go to the free throw line on the putback. AD's got to jump for that. Yep, this has been a Lakers group that's struggled a bit. Booker splits his free throws. Are we going to get another one? Come on. Just like the mental engagement, man. I don't know. Booker gets his extra free throw to go. Now it's a 6-point game. Give me one sec. We got a foul here. Gonna have sideline out of bounds. Gonna get Dalton into the game for Cam. So this is the lineup that I was talking about at halftime a little bit. Let's see if they get a couple minutes together. LeBron with some juice into the pocket. AD in for the layup. All of a sudden, that low man's not helping quite as much off of Cam, and things are a little bit freer. Book coming off the screen. LeBron steps up, knocks it down. Back up to 7. Pitch back to AD. Over to Dalton. Steps back over the top. Tough shot, misses short. Want to get a better look than that. Advance pass up to Book. Drives baseline. Gets the bump, steps back. Great shot. Lead up to 9. Lakers losing the rope. 6 minutes left. Drive, kick. Got that pick and pop AD. 3. Gonna miss that short. Suns have a chance to push it to double digits. Come off of that screen. Got it by Austin. It just gets killed by that Nurkic screen. Gonna get a timeout. Austin still on the ground, collecting himself. 11-point game. So this is what we were worried about at the end of that second quarter. That burst by Austin kind of stemmed the tide, but Phoenix stayed at it. Brendan, I think this is a great point. One thing I haven't heard this year, but I've been thinking is that Lakers need a dog on this team. Like they're just too soft at times. So would love to swap out Rui for prime meta world peace. Uh, yeah, that whole some and that was one thing the Lakers miss a ton with Dennis is a dog who can play, right? Not just somebody who plays because I think Gabe plays hard by and large. It's just they can also has some skills to be able to capitalize on that as well. But yeah, there is a level of or a lack of fight that's really noticeable that that's part of Lakers don't have a single real two-way player in the $80 million that they spend that they've spent on their role players like a legit rotation two-way guy. Asks, Pete, why do you think the Lakers went away from Dalton after he went nuclear? Have other defenses taken his looks away? Is he breaking down the defense too much? No, like the Lakers have mostly just gone away from him. In the Denver game, part of it again is this very pick and roll and paint smash heavy style of basketball where you're going to run a ball screen with either LeBron and AD in the middle or Austin and AD in the middle or D'Lo and AD in the middle. And that's going to be the main action of that play. And so the other two players or other three players on the floor are spot up players in that instance rather than the stuff that Dalton has been good at has been either off movement, say that exit screen type of action, or on drive and kicks where the type of drive and kicks that Dalton has been good at are somewhat dependent on how the defense is guarding you. So with the way the Lakers they're guarding the Phoenix is guarding the Lakers, you see the shot attempts being high for the on-ball guard in the pick and roll and the roll man. So both AD and then Austin, we had a high shot attempt shift for D'Lo. LeBron's getting looks off of coming off of ball screens, and so they're not running much for Dalton because the overall game plan I think is very pick and roll heavy. But I think that there's like they'd be well served to mix in a lot more of that than they have. I think he does, Josh, in terms of his gravity. It's also, it depends on who he comes in for. If he's especially if he comes in for like Cam, that's a big difference. Is we're back at it, 11-point game, trying to get a post steal for LeBron, and we're gonna get an offensive foul. Just bad energy from the Lakers. Clipped him with that elbow on that rip through. Mm. They gonna review that? Let's see how much the Lakers run. The Lakers spirit right here. Very got some side eye from me. Got D'Lo into the game, pressure and book over the top. Good rebound by AD over to LeBron. Throws the ball behind. Thankfully, Austin's there to clean it up. LeBron just turns it over. Again, Lakers are trying to smash through the paint, and that's not where their advantage is. Like if they're consolidating into the paint, you have to make that pay on the perimeter. That passing lane's taken away precisely because they're taking that 14-2 run, 14-point game. Again, Lakers trying to get into the paint first thing foremost, and it's all sealed off. Got to make jump shots. LeBron does at the top of the key. AD switched out onto KD. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Book, drives at Austin, cuts him off, swing, corner three, D'Lo closeout. Good defense by the Lakers. Austin with it. Down 12, 4:10 left. Let's go middle. They cut that off. Over to AD. Thinks about it. Back up to Austin. Takes the three at the top of the key. He misses short. KD yo-yoing it up and down over the top of Dalton, misses short. Good contest high. Dalton with the rebound. Over to Austin, pulls it back, takes the three, misses it. Didn't really have his feet under him. <sighs> 12-point game. Austin guarding KD up top, drives left, just a totally missed drive, missed rotation. I think that's LeBron as the low man right there. "14-point game. Dispirited Lakers team once again. Pick and pop three for AD. Barely grazes the rim. Stack pick and roll. KD comes off of it. Back pressure from Dalton. Misses long. Gets the rebound. Dalton doing his best work against kind of taller ball handlers. Drives at KD's chest. Wild layup. Misses it. Going the other way. 5-on-4. They got numbers. Pull up three. Lakers second half collapse once again. 17-point game, guys. Yeah. Running the floor is just such a basic part of basketball that a lot of the other stuff doesn't matter if you can't or won't do it. Totally agree, 17, about it being disrespectful. So all of the questions about, hey, why did LeBron and AD have negative net ratings in the lineups together, is their running habits can be, when you have two guys that do that in a lineup and they play the 4 and 5 spot, and the players at the other positions aren't like wild athletes, in open space. I think it's sort of a recipe for disaster in some ways. This also isn't new. But yeah, the third quarters where the execution is just completely fallen off of a cliff. Yeah, not an aberration at all. All right, back to it. See if Lakers can get things under control. Hands it back off to D'Lo. Stack pick and roll. Look at that. We run a play for Dalton for a jump shot because it's wide open. That area is wide open. Stop trying to smash your head into the paint. Take what's wide open. You'll loosen things up into the paint. 14-point game. Good ATO. Cuts off the drive. Over to O'Neal. Knocks it down. Back up to 17. Yeah, Dalton, he is hurting, isn't it? On that last play, he took kind of a spill. AD facing up on Plumlee. Over the top, gets walked under, going to go to the line. Yeah, Goat, in terms of Dalton's defense not being that much worse than Rui, I agree. Come on, AD. Yeah, Rui and Dalton play more similar roles on offense than they do on defense, and so that's part of the calculus too. Although I think Dalton is more of a perimeter defender than Rui is. I think Rui is naturally an interior guy that is. Oh, we're in some zones, some 2-3. See what we do. Some size up top. They get into the seam. They skip it. All right. Good to see us running this back up top. 10 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Dalton drop. Good. 6 drives it. Max gets some space. Gets the roll. Way too many guys can just go right at Max's chest. Back into this stack pick and roll. Do we get the same result? D'Lo into the paint. Keeps his dribble alive. Back up top. Good defense by Phoenix. Over to D'Lo. Back over to Dalton on the wing 3. Misses that wide right. 18-point game. Final 40 seconds of a disastrous third quarter once again. Right. D'Lo going to get the reach and foul. No, Max isn't a defense. He's not the point of attack guy that see him on Booker here. Tough shot. Ooh, spins in and out. AD gets the rebound, gets hit, knocks his headband down. D'Lo thinks about it. Over to Rui. Going to take a quick wing 3. Barely hits the front of the rim. Why? What was the shot clock situation there? About a 4-second difference, right? Yeah. Going for the last shot here. Dump it off. Out to Jones. Just a wide open layup at the buzzer. Brutal stuff. 20-point game. Lakers were down. What were we down at halftime? 2? 38-18 quarter. Ridiculous, man. William, yeah, the level of passion and engagement is low. Yes, they are, Cheney. That's part of it. About Bron and AD being huge culprits of it. That's part of the trade talk. Like, to me, the essence of whenever anybody asks me, "Hey, Pete, what do you think of this trade?" Or it's like the real question everybody wants to ask is, "How do the Lakers get better?" And there are a lot of things that are a matter of turning over supplemental players and things like that. But when your 2 best players are big culprits in that play-to-play type of energy, you can shuffle the other stuff around as much as you'd like. But until they take ownership of that, that's, it's going to remain that way. That said, there's also defensive issues on the roster. This was a team that didn't have enough defense with Vando healthy. Yeah. Oh, good info, Goat, about LeBron sitting weirdly away from everyone. Yeah, these could be some tough waters ahead for the Lakers with the combination and of the schedule and the vibes right now. Yeah, that Gaudelak, Rob isn't the problem, but Rob is part of the problem. Like when I say when I sort of defend Rob, it's more from the perspective of like Laker fans I don't think are thinking big enough in terms of what the problem is with the Lakers. He's part of it, but if that's the only thing you're looking at, um, then I don't think you're going to get to where you want to go. If you just replace him, I think you'll see a lot of the same issues. Yeah, tomorrow against the Spurs, who are on a 3-game winning streak. Paul, the biggest thing that I want as a Laker fan is an ownership change. Yeah, I do think that that's the main, like, and that's a big thing, right? But I think a lot of things sort of are born out of that. 17, I will talk about that on my pod. Now's not the time yet, but yeah. All right, Lakers down 20 going into the fourth quarter with Gabe, Dalton, Jackson, D'Lo, and LeBron on the court. Pull up three from Beal, knocks it down. Man. Hand off to LeBron. Wing three for D'Lo. He misses. Long rebound of Dalton, though. Back up top to Braun. Steps into it. He misses. Just brick city right now. Over to Allen. We're basically in garbage time at this point. Braun going to take another one. Misses that one short. Just clank after clank. Jones kicks it out. Ball reversal over to Beal, guarded by Gabe. Comes off of it, pulls up for three, misses short. Braun clears the rebound. Lakers down 23. 10:45 left. Switch that. Back over to D'Lo. Gets into the seam. Nice move. Misses the short. Man, misses the floater short. So many of his misses are short. Even the short shots. Up top, Beal for three. Dalton waves at it. He misses short. It's been an ugly basketball game. I know we're getting whooped. It's not about that. Just not a high-quality basketball game. They blitz LeBron. Gabe to Jackson, hands it back over to Gabe. Wild three, misses everything. Why do you take that shot? That's like, there's so many plays the last few nights where it's like, what the hell are you doing? Gonna get a turnover. Seb, that's a good way of putting it. About they have a shockingly low floor, LeBron and AD. Uh, that is a way. I'm probably going to bring that up on the pod. Nice pass, Jackson. Kicks it out to Dalton, misses it though. Good rebound. Kicks it back out to D'Lo. Can someone make a shot? Nope. You guys stink. Just brick after brick, man. Driving on Dalton. Steps back over the top. Nice bank shot. Have ourselves a 25-point game. D'Lo on the slip over the top. Going to go to the free throw line. D'Lo misses another free throw. Do y'all like get shots up? 24-point game. Lakers over the top. Good contest by Hayes. Knocks away the lob pass. LeBron looking to attack. Lays it up. Misses the layup short, but going to go to the line. Yeah, good call out, Goat. The whole like That's an aberration. That's not who we are. Like, I don't know. Been watching this group for a minute. This might be what this group is, especially at this time of year, you know. These are not games where they hear the urgency of the or they feel the urgency of the, end of the schedule and the playoffs coming and all of that. But even beyond like effort is a big part of this. The vibes are bad. It's part and parcel of the same thing, but I don't know. Allen shot fake, drives on AD, strips and knocks it away. Good to see AD making some defensive plays or a defensive play off of Jackson's face. Turnover. Allen shot fake, skips it, Beal into the seam, lays it up, lays it in. Oh yeah, Renz. No DPOY for AD this year. Yeah, not even in the conversation. D'Lo gets a little 12-footer to go after setting a screen, down 22. No, he doesn't, Clarissa. They're just playing out the string of this one. A little floater over the top. We're deep in garbage time. Another game where the post-game quotes are going to be more interesting than this second half was. Kicks out to Dalton. Thinks about it. Go to AD in the post, clearing out a side. Backs down, drops, gets it blocked. Can go the other way. I haven't liked how much we've played the two big group with also LeBron on the floor this year. The majority of the time we've gone to two big lineups has also been with LeBron at the three, which I don't think is how two big groups should be constructed. But Riddick giving something different a look right here. They haven't gone to this particular look in a minute, but I'm not a fan. All right, inbound, 7:25 left. O'Neal is going to take that three. Swish. AD late on the closeout. Wing three for LeBron. Finally knocks one down. Someone hits a jump shot. Too little, too late, but down 22. Allen with it over to Beal, guarded by D'Lo. Gonna get a screen from KD. They switch that. Got D'Lo guarding KD. Skips it over to O'Neal. Back up top to Allen. 4 on the shot clock. Comes around it into the pocket. So on the roll. I think AD got a piece of it. LeBron on the break. Drive, spin. Nice block from behind by Beal. The chase down over to KD. Crosses over. Stripped down low by AD. Over to Allen. 6:30 left. Pulls it back against Jackson. Up top to Beal. Drives on Braun. D'Lo, I'm sorry, on the low man rotation gets the block. Or blocking foul, I mean. That's an interesting question, Adam. How do you calculate how much time is needed for a comeback? I've always thought that if you are, it's like twice as many points as there are minutes left, that you're still within shouting distance. If you're beyond that, then you need to pick up the pace. Yeah, so like if you're down 12 with 6 minutes left, that is the very fringe of you can make this comeback. Beyond that, I think it's tough. Oh, that's funny. You do, Regina? That's funny. And Adam, that's just my personal way of doing it. If you have a different way, or like, I think there's different. We have different ways of looking at different things. But yeah, that's sort of my calculation. William answer asking the good questions tonight. Can you win with max contract players whose floors are this low? Is there historical precedent for it? I don't think so. And that's part of that is an outcome of this year too, that especially with how well the team has started. And we'll see, they lose this game, they're going to be what, the 5 seed, the 6 seed. Um, but if your floor is this low, you're going to lose enough regular season games to where your road through the playoffs it is super difficult for one. Secondly, you're not used to playing 48 minutes of good basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get better at basketball by playing basketball. You get better at playing by playing good basketball, and you get in the habit of playing good basketball to the point where you don't really know how to not play good basketball. If you're a type of team that is coasting through massive portions, you don't have the muscle memory of we're going to go for 48. And so one of the outcomes of this season, in my opinion, should be if there is that evaluation of, hey, actually, we don't think this team can do it. And then pivoting off of that. So, yeah, going to be an interesting month to 6 weeks ahead. I know from some of the people I've talked to within the organization, they are hoping to go 500 over these next 6 weeks, just with all of the circumstances where, with LeBron's not really going to be powered up super high. This is a part of year Lakers, they're going to be on the road for a decent portion of it. Very good teams throughout. So, yeah, that's sort of the internal calculus right now is, can you go 500 over the next 6 weeks? But yeah, if your best players, if they have a floor that low, can you go all the way? I don't think so. Right. Good action to get Book an open three. AD has spent a lot of this game like with his hands up, going like looking at teammates like they blew a rotation. Sanjay, mine too about my tune about this team. Deep three from Austin, misses short. Good rebound by Jackson with two hands. Gonna get the put back dunk. Elbow pull up from Book. 113 to 88, just playing out garbage time. This lineup's gotten a run for. That's one thing coaches will do in these blowouts where it's like, how do we get value out of these minutes where we're getting our butts kicked? It's sometimes that can be, especially if you've got LeBron and AD in the game, an opportunity to give a different look, some minutes. Ran some 2-3 zone there. Austin misses the three. All right. KD drives on D'Lo. Kick out. Corner three. Misses it long. D'Lo with the rebound. 113 to 88. 450 left. Screen by Jackson. Pull up three. Misses long. Jackson battling for the rebound, but Phoenix clears it over to KD. I think we're going to get the end of the bench guys in a moment. KD crosses over, pivots, knocks it down. That's the thing, too. It's like Kevin Durant is pretty old himself, Clarissa, is there anything we can take away from this game? Yes, it's bad, but part of like Sanjay made the comment about, Saturday changed his perspective on the team. I felt that way too in a, Denver, and this is just a basic sports competitive thing. You don't have to have any expertise or anything. But you lose to somebody, there's got to be some fire for get back, right? I lost to these guys last few times. I really want to beat these guys. Look, any other game, but tonight, damn it, we're going to win tonight. And that to me, I think a team that has a healthy culture has that sort of fire for that type of team. We saw what actually happened, and it wasn't that. And so that's part of the side eye. Then, second to that is tonight's game where you have that sort of performance. How do you respond to that? Are you the type of team that's like, that stunk. That wasn't acceptable. We don't want to be that team. We're going to come back the next game and play way better. That's what a team with a healthy culture does. What we actually did was actually repeat the same. It was just right down to the first half is I would say the Lakers played better against Denver in the first half than they did in the first half of this game. And we were all thinking like, gosh, we're only down by 2. It seems like it should be more. Lakers played better than that against Denver, but in both third quarters, completely losing the rope, like losing the quarter by 20 points or so. That, when it's combined with a certain amount of jogging and mental disengagement and all of that, is the fairest argument to me of like, yeah, I do start questioning what is your level of fire for this and your level of sustainability for this, even if it's not fire, right? If you just don't have the gas to get through it. But yet you have to build a team culture over the course of 82 where there are certain ways that you respond to adversity that I think what you can take away is a positive sometimes because you bounce back from adversity or you at least fought. And when I see a lack of fight, I don't think a lot of good can grow from out of that soil. So that's really my takeaway is you followed up the Denver game with another game like that from a listlessness type of standpoint. What does that say about you? Yeah, William, I think focus is the mental side of effort. So I do think that it is all part and parcel, that the high turnovers are tied to a certain level of lacking engagement. That's right, 916 about the culture being cooked, and that your culture setters are your leaders, and so these are the types of now it's a long season. Lakers are going to be 10-7 after this game, and but they'll need some of that leadership from Braun and AD to pull them out of this. If they just continue to drift, the rest of the team will follow suit. Gonna get Jackson going to the line. It's true, Regina. The team ultimately traded all of its personality away, in terms of what made it. Because if you think about the 20 team and even the 21 team, there was a ton of motor and defense first guys around LeBron and AD. So if Bron and AD sort of have this lower floor from a motor standpoint, one of the ways you make up for that is making sure the other guys can really, really go in that respect and can provide a lot. And Lakers had that, and then they completely changed the concept of the team rather than adding some ball handling and shot creation, which I do agree that they needed. So we just get a just totally blown switch right there. Yeah, they just went totally the other direction. That's right, Goat. It is chicken or the egg where it's like, oh, don't want to make trades because this team isn't worth it. But it's like you put together a team that doesn't have those attributes, any of those attributes in the first place. Gabe did make a shot. Forgive me for not calling play-by-play as studiously. Like, just 92 points for the Lakers after I think they held us to 99 last time we played them. D'Lo misses another three. Yeah, thank God the Lakers banked those easy wins. I agree, Clarissa, about some of these guys got to go. I do think that there needs to be a culture shakeup. Um, that said, the point I made earlier about if it starts with your two main guys, you can shift the secondary pieces all you want. You're always going to have that to a degree. Really appreciate that, Sanjay. Thank you for your generosity. I agree, Goat, that JJ's got to say something to them. And again, this to me is we talk about the running habits of LeBron and AD and all that. The it's a leadership thing of which running the floor is a central part for sure. But these type of funks, this is a place that you need your best guys to lead you out of that, right? It can't be role guys. So I agree. It's a matter of talking to LeBron and AD. And part of that is like, hey, we need you right now. We need you to pick it up and help us get back on track. Driving. Skip pass up top. Floater in the lane. Misses that. Also beats Jackson for the rebound. Out to Dunn. Guarded by Gabe. Looking to back him down. Spins. Misses short. Good defense, but keep it here. Jackson can't get that one either. That's the thing too, Renz, is that second half, gosh, I would love to have healthy Vando. But in those second half runs too, you have LeBron and AD going like, hey, it's go time. We need to make the playoffs now. Very different team than this version. And really, it's like AD's been what we've needed him to be on the offensive end at the very least. But him taking a step back on defense and us asking less of him, that we were already bad on defense when AD deserved to be in more of the defensive player of the year conversations than he does this year. Gabe, wow. Wide left on that three. Renz, that I think we're already there at that point of that's part of what this stretch that's part of what this season is good for long term for the franchise is there was a lot of self-sabotage in previous seasons that isn't the case throughout the season so far this year, where if you're at that point, basically what I'm saying is the environment around LeBron and AD is good enough to where we'll see what you are and kind of what this duo can do and lead us to. And if you're at that point where it's that constant, we can only give this much, it's going to be hard to get through the West. And so, we might find out that this is the last year that the Lakers will or should go for it with the LeBron and AD duo. We'll see. All right, got a minute 20 left in the second blowout in a row. Lakers give up a concession layup. Oh, Jackson hurt. Oh man. Oh no. That looks bad. Got an ankle injury. He went down immediately. Like, did he hurt it on the jump? Oh yeah, he's hurt. Oh, he hurt it on the jump. Oh no. Limping back to the locker room. He's gonna be out for a while, I think. First game back too. Yeah, I don't think Koloko, because you have a limited number of games to have Koloko with the big club since he's a two-way. So on a game where I think, they plan on having Jackson back, they've already used some of Koloko's games, so I think they wanted to conserve that. Chenny, but look at their roster in Golden State. Look at how many guys have motor speed, some athletic tools. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And they suffer for it. They suffer for not wanting those guys. Oh, well, there's Koloko right there. There you go. He was with the team. Yep. We go after combo guards again and again and again. Even the fives, like a lot of times, have on ball skills. 30-point game. We were down 2 at halftime. 96 points. What are y'all having? 98 after a floater by D'Lo. This team being bad on defense is totally makes sense to me. The offense these last couple of games has been bad. Yeah, Paul, no, they absolutely gave up. If you lose a half by 30, there's no talent differential in the NBA that leads to losing a half by 30 points. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Kesey. I don't know. They're showing LeBron and AD on the bench here in Spectrum and some long faces. Tune in for post game. It's going to be a lot more interesting than the second half. So I want to hear what everyone has to say. That's a big part of it, Goat. Like as LeBron gets older, the Lakers had to be more and more precise with their other moves. And again, they don't have a two-way player outside of their stars. Lakers finally cracked the 100-point mark. It's going to end the scoring here, going to be a 127-100 final. Lakers getting the air let out of their balloon, a couple of blowout losses, blowout second halves, especially against Denver and Phoenix in back-to-back games. They will play again tomorrow at San Antonio, who they beat not too long ago. But Lakers feel like a very different team than they were even just 10 days ago when they played San Antonio. So I'll be back here tomorrow for that. Thank you for joining me and sticking it out through just a rough half. We'll sit with it. Darius and I will record the pod tomorrow. But until then, I'll catch you guys.